Oh! Well, me. Okay. So this is what we're doing now. How's this? Alright. So, let's go ahead and start off with a little disclaimer. I don't have pants on. Sorry, I panicked. Okay, I know that's not how you're supposed to start these things, but I also feel as though I should be honest and vulnerable with you guys. Also, another little disclaimer. I have filmed this video. Okay, not that many times. Only twice, but let me explain. The first time I tried to film this, I filmed the whole thing in slow motion. Can you imagine? It genuinely, it has to stop. It really does. That's so embarrassing for me.
Pause. You want to know what else is embarrassing? The amount of times that you flipped your hair in this clip, okay? Also, what do you guys, do we think, like, we need music in this shit? I don't know, because I think we do. I'm gonna play some music, just nicely in the background. You guys can let me know if you like it or not.
But, yeah, so, the whole thing was, clearly I'm nervous. I cannot stop messing with my hair. Yeah, that was, stupid. Also, I hope you know, it's gonna be like that scene from Moana. It's like, pick an eye, babe. Pick one.
Just pick an eye, babe. I can't concentrate on what I'm saying if you keep... Yeah, pick one.
Because I don't know whether to look at this or look at myself. So, this is... I haven't even explained to you who I am, or like what the f this is, which is like, you know, whatever. But, basically, what... This is something that I'm gonna be calling the vulnerability series. I'll just be patient, okay? I'll tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what, like, you know, I'll tell you where I'm going with this whole thing. But basically, this is something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time as a person, is making videos. Ow, and I know, this is not revolutionary, and I know, like, a teenage girl sitting and talking to a camera and being super honest and super real, like, oh, never been done before, right, guys? I know, but, like, this, if nothing else, this is gonna be just a journal documentary for me to look back on when I'm, like, older and just see how I've grown and adapted as a human. And if you want me to be totally honest, I like this. I like videos. This is also not gonna be like, oh my god, she's such a good editor. Girl, I will be using iMovie the whole f***ing time. Like,
This is ridiculous. I'm not using iMovie right now. Why would you even think that? It's fucking stupid.
But, this is kind of my goal with it. Whether, like, people watch it, whether people don't, like, if maybe it's just for me, that's okay. I honestly, genuinely, I just want this to be a space where I can talk openly about things and kind of work life out, I guess, because, I mean, we're all just trying to figure out how to be a human, and it's really weird, and it's really f***ed up sometimes.
No, you know what? The Android noise, it's pissing me off. We're done with that.
And it's really difficult. I feel like especially in these years of, like, there's never a time where people are fully, like, comprehensive as to, like, where they're going and they feel good about what, like, who they are, and, like, where they're going and what they're doing. I feel like no one's ever 100% there, but especially, like, the 20s, or just however old anyone is, like, but man, I feel like especially these next few years into my life is just going to be a huge, like, figuring it all out type thing, and there's a lot of dark shit that goes on in this world as well, and I want this place to be an outlet for people to be able to come and express their feelings and know that, like, this is somewhere that they are welcomed no matter who they are. Like, if they're genuinely a good person that's working on themselves, I trust that they're gonna find this video, and I trust that we're gonna connect in some way. And this is just, I mean, I live for the rush of connection moments with other people, so this is also just a way for me to do that too, and then tap into that creative outlet. I actually used to have a YouTube channel when I was younger. don't even ask, because I'm not gonna say, my lips are sealed, okay? I'm not, no, there's no way. No one can know about that. Also, does it look better if it's like closer to me? Make sure I don't get my whole, like, you know. I hate that word.
Ugh, and I really do hate that word.
In it, like the first video, like this isn't my OnlyFans. I need to make sure I separate the two. I'm kidding, I don't have a OnlyFans, you sick. But if this video gets 10 million views, but if it gets, no, come on, but, I don't even know what I was getting at. Oh yeah, so I tried to film this the second time, and the lighting was all wrong. I was in the mood ever, so I was just acting like a total the entire video, and I watched it back, I'm like, wow, I'm awful. So we're gonna run this back, and so anyway, this genuinely, I just want this to be a place where people can come and we can have discussions, we can figure ourselves out, we can talk about all the hard things. This can be a place where people pour their hearts out, and like, I can talk about how I've learned and grown, and other people can talk about how they've learned and grown, and like, you know, it's just, I want it to be, and we're not always going to talk about like good things. Obviously, it's called the vulnerability series.
We gotta fucking take a break and cut the music for a second, because I'm about to, like, you know, start talking about the real shit.
And so, you know, as someone who sucks ass at being vulnerable, this is very necessary and very needed, because I also am hoping that this is kind of a way for me to like break down my walls a little bit. And if you want me to be super honest, I'm so tired of giving a fuck about what anyone thinks ever. And another disclaimer, I'm not a perfect person. I cut back to a few years ago in high school. I was never a bad person, but I did a lot of really horrible things. Not to anyone in specific, I said a lot of horrible and things. I wasn't great, and I want to be totally transparent with that right off the bat, so you guys aren't expecting this like perfect person, because oh my god, I'm only 19 and I feel like I've more times than some people do in their entire life. But I say that, and then I talk to other people and they tell me things, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not a complete, total, utterly crazy like I am, but so are you. It's awesome. I think that's another thing that like we'll come to find with something like this, is that we always get in our heads that we are just all alone in this world, and we're not. Like, it's so refreshing talking to some people, and then they express the same thoughts and opinions and like experiences that I've gone through as a person, and it's just like, oh my god, like, I'm not weird, I'm not wrong, I'm not broken, like, I'm just a human. And, you know, everyone's path looks a little different, and this is not trying to get preachy, but this is, you know, I also tend to be a cliche mother, so if that's not your thing, click off, bitch. Doors that way. But yeah, because I know, like, especially, like, with COVID and everyone else, and this is not just for people my age, but I do think that this will be, my main audience probably will be people my age, just because, I don't know, I just feel like that's the case, but, yeah, I just want it to be a place where people can realize how normal they are, and how there's nothing else I also love more than, like, the humanness of life, like the shitty moments, the emotional moments, but then like with all those come the great moments, and that's what I want this to be too. And I don't want to hide who I am anymore as a person, and like I don't even know like all of who I am, but I'm learning a lot more, and I'm just so sick and tired of like not expressing that. So this is gonna be a way for me to do that, and I genuinely hope that if anyone else watches this, it's like they know that they are welcome here no matter what, and it's gonna be a good time, and I am gonna talk about a lot of and if people I know find this, that's embarrassing, girl, but hey, yeah, I have no expectations for where this is gonna go, but no matter what the outcome is, I'm pretty happy about it. But yeah, I'm using it to break down the walls, to get to know myself better, to get to know other people better, and to just be real and raw and genuine. Because we just, in a world where, like, we don't have a lot of that anymore, it's just nice to have. Like, you know those people when you meet them and they're just like, you're like, oh my god, this is like a weight off my, it's just like a breath of fresh air. That's what I want this to be like. And it's not going to be fancy. The editing style is going to be Emma Chamberlain style, okay? I'm not trying to be Emma Chamberlain, but I am, like, I love the way she edits. It's funny, so gag on my ball sack. I'm kidding. Love you, baby girls and boys, and whatever you identify as. Love you guys. I will be cutting that part out.
Nope, I won't be cutting that out. You said it, and now you have to live with it forever.
And I also think it'd be so funny to do like a satire-ass like intro and outro. Like the early 2015 that's like, club going up! And like the Dolan Twins intro and like the gaming channel. I just think that'd be funny, so I'm probably gonna do that.
You know what? Let's see it with the outro and the intro.
So that's what we're doing now. How's this?
Dear God, I feel sick.
There's nothing that's off topic to talk about unless, of course, I'm like, ooh, girl, I actually don't know if I'm ready to talk about that, but for the most part, whatever I want to talk about, the good, the bad, the ugly, I'm going to talk about it, and that's scary and out of my comfort zone because I like talking about the good, the bad, the ugly with other people. Like, I love it. I love talking about, like, past the surface level, like, when it comes to other people. But when it comes to me, I'm like, oh, girl, like, you don't need to know anything, actually. But that's not cool either, because people do want to know me, which I struggle with, telling my stories and my vulnerable side and my mistakes and talking about all that, because it's just not easy, and I have a lot of shame as a person, but this is what this is for. Because once I put it out on the internet, there's no going back. And you know what? Like I said, I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to hide parts of myself. So this is going to be really out of my comfort zone. But yeah, I don't know. The vulnerability series, it's going to be pretty cool. Not to edge you guys, because I'm actually not really going to talk about anything too deep. I've already kind of expressed that I'm not perfect. My past, I'm quite ashamed of. But I'm also trying to realize that I'm not the bad things that have happened to me. I am in therapy, by the way! Woohoo! But I'm not the bad things that's happened to me. At my core, I'm a good person. Just because I've said bad things, it doesn't make me bad. There's a lot of growth there, and there's a lot that I learned. And I'm kind of realizing now that I wouldn't be who I am without that. And it's a hard pill to swallow because, I am just mortified about a lot. But, I know other people are in the same boat, and I'm hoping that we can help each other out with that. So, I think that covers all the bases. Like, look at us, you dirty. We already made it, like, to third base pretty much. God, we're moving fast, huh? To whoever is watching this, maybe it's just future me one day, like when I'm like old and ugly and wrinkly and like my sagging to the floor. Hey girl. Or maybe there are other people. Whoever is watching this, whether it's me or someone else, I do want you to know that, and we're gonna get cliche here, just strap in, stay with me. You genuinely do matter. You do have the right to be happy in this life. You are not the bad things that have happened to you. And you deserve all the wonderful things in this world, and that all the wonderful things this life has to offer, and then some, and you're never alone, and I got your back. So yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, you beautiful mother.
Run that back, try again.
Goodbye, you beautiful.
Better, that was better. You dumb I'm not even gonna ask you guys to subscribe and like after that. I'm just kidding. God, okay. This is a tragedy. Goodbye!